and welcome back to my channel, The Midwife Life. Today's video is me going to be telling you all about my experience in student accommodation, a small packing list possibly for like the can never say this word, necessities, all the necessities to bring, and yeah, so let's roll. Okay, so in terms of my experience and whether like I'd recommend it and how I felt about moving into student accommodation and away from my family, I loved it. No, overall I really do recommend moving into student accommodation in your first year, definitely first year, because it's just a great experience to learn new skills like independence. It's a great way, and I'd say one of the easiest ways to make friends, because you're all in the same boat. You've all been shoved together in a flat majority of the days, majority of the time at university. You're going to be with them and you're going to automatically make friends with them, if that makes sense. I mean, you don't have to. If you don't like the people you live with, then don't make friends with them, obviously, but it's one of the easiest ways to make friends, and you will find at least one other person that you get on with and you make friends with. I personally love my friends at uni. I love them to pieces. I can't speak for them, don't know whether they love me back, but I can honestly see them being friends for life, and they know who they are. Yeah. This year's not exactly been the easiest. It's had a lot of lows. It's had highs as well, of course, but it's had a lot of lows and a lot of stresses, and they've been there for me and they've supported me, and like I said, they know what you're feeling. They know what homelessness? They know what homesickness feels like. They're feeling the same things as you, so they'll be able to support you and help you. So yeah, I definitely recommend moving into student accommodation, especially for your first year, because you'll just feel a lot more settled at uni if you make friends, and that's the easiest way to make friends. Am I making any sense? I don't even know if I'm making any sense, but I hope I am. The general consensus is move to student accommodation. I'm not forcing you, of course. You don't have to, but it is such an enjoyable experience, and of course there's going to be highs, of course there's going to be lows, of course there's going to be moments where you just want your mum, you just want a hug from your mum, you want a home cooked meal, but pros definitely outweigh the cons, if that makes sense. So yeah, definitely recommend it. So the way that most student accommodations work, I think anyway, can't speak for all of the unis, but I think the majority of them work like this, is you have like a flat, I guess you could call it, and then you have a room within the flat, and then a shared kitchen and a like shared living space. And that's how it works at mine. So we are actually in what's called clusters, and this is essentially what I just said: a shared kitchen, shared living space, and then you have an ensuite room. The one con about my place, I don't want to slag it off because I do like it there. I'm staying there for my second year as well. But it's the fact that anybody can get into my kitchen. So I know most unis, they have a separate key to get into their flat as well, whereas for me, anybody could get into my flat. So yes, there's different floors and you have to have a certain key fob for each floor. However, my floor got the laundry room on it, so everybody's key fob works for that floor, so literally anybody in the whole entire place can get into my kitchen, which I'm not a big fan of, but I don't have that much stuff that's precious in the kitchen anyway. Some dinner plates is all I've got in the kitchen. So yeah, that's one downfall, but I do like it there, and like I said, it's been a great experience, and I do recommend going into student accommodation. So in terms of the basic necessities, one day I'm going to learn how to say that. A few of the basic necessities that I would bring with me, or I took with me, were things like, for the kitchen, dinner plates, or like a whole dinner set, like bowls, mugs, glasses, and then cutlery. What else? Cooking utensils, so spoon, spatula, grater, peeler, what's the other one? Tin opener, that kind of stuff. And then obviously your saucepan and your frying pan, and maybe an oven tray. And then in terms of your bedroom, is you get a bed, whether that's a single, a double, or like a small double. I personally have a single bed. Yeah, don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. A wardrobe, chest of drawers, a desk with a desk chair, and then I have a set of like hanging shelves, like a, don't know what you call it. Some shelves as well anyway, and then like a big memo board. And I am a basic bitch and have fairy lights on my memo board with a whole bunch of photos on it. So yeah, that is what I did. But anyway, moving on. What you need in terms of your actual bedroom is things like bedding. I recommend getting a mattress topper. Honestly, it will save your life because it makes the uni beds more comfortable, and some of them are not that comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, unless they're brand new, they're not that comfortable. And I have a weird thing about hygiene, about thinking about other people on that bed before me, and just nah. So it's just another layer between the mattress and myself. And then of course you're gonna want bedding in terms like a duvet, pillows, duvet set, fitted sheets, mattress protector, and then throw on some cushions and some throws just to make it a little bit more homely, because at the end of the day it is going to be your room, your home for the next year or however long you're going to be there for. So it's important that you feel at home there. And that's similarly with like other decorations like plants and stuff. Make it feel like your home, make it, because it essentially it is your home, it is where you're living. Clothes, of course, obviously, because you don't want to be walking around university in your birth suit. Not really the best idea, not gonna lie, not really the way to make friends. I mean, you do you, but clothes. Hangers, most universities, I don't think any universities that I know supply hangers. And then stationery. And then like your uni books. So for me as a midwife, I borrowed most of my uni books from the library this year. I had one anatomy and physiology that I got bought for my birthday last year, and all the rest I've just borrowed from the library. And that's the best thing to do to begin with, especially. However, for this birthday, I have got some other books on my list because I literally have nothing else. I do not want anything else. And yeah, so I'll put it on my birthday list, and they're expensive, so I'm not gonna like buy them for myself, if that makes sense. So yeah, uni books. So for midwifery, I'd recommend getting either Mays or Miles, a skills midwifery practice book, anatomy and physiology, and then I've also borrowed this book. I can never say the word. I'm gonna put it on the screen because I can never say it. Balliers, I think it's how you say it. Midwife's Dictionary, and it's just got loads and loads of terms in it to do with midwifery, abbreviations, or you name it, it's in there, and it tells you what they are and the definitions. So it's got some drugs in there, it's, you know, you name it, it's probably in there. Moving on to the bathroom. I have an ensuite. I know some unis have shared rooms, like shared bathrooms, but I can only speak for ensuite and what you need if you're in an ensuite room. So you're going to need things like a toilet brush, soap dispenser, like a toilet bin, like a bathroom bin, like one of them little diddy ones, and a toothbrush holder, like a tumbler for your toothbrush. That's what you're going to need. And then of course towels, and what else? That's pretty much it, to be honest. I have like a little drawer set, like a little caddy, that I put like all my spare shampoo, conditioner, like loo roll, and that's about it. So then moving on finally to the last bit is laundry. You have to pay for laundry at uni. Well, it's student accommodation. which it's not a fun time, which is why I came home quite a bit, because I kept running out of clothes. You're going to need a laundry basket and just a basic one. You don't have to go all fancy or anything, it's literally just to shovel your dirty crap in it. So, and then an airer or clothes horse or whatever you want to call it. I found a really, really good one from, I think I got it from Aldi. I think other places sell them as well. Of course they do, Caris, what are you even on about? It's like an over-the-door one, and oh my gosh, it was a lifesaver, because clothes horses are quite big. They do tend to be quite big, and uni rooms stereotypically tend to be quite small. So yeah, you don't want your clothes horse taking up the entire floor space of your room. So this over the door one is really, really handy. I also bought ones that go over the radiator. They like hang over the radiator, which were really, really useful to like dry things that I quickly needed for the next day. Then your laundry detergent. I know some student accommodation places do provide laundry detergent. I think mine have some, but I personally like my own stuff. So I bought like the all-in-one like little pod things that you just shove in and Bob's your uncle. So I think that's the basic necessities. So overall, definitely recommend going to student accommodation. Great experience, great way to make friends, and that's about it, to be honest with you. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I will see you guys in my next one. Next week is going to be me emptying my uni room after 10 weeks. I finally get all my stuff back. That's what next week is. So I will see you guys in that. Bye. Here is just a little overview of what my room looked like when I first decorated it. It has changed throughout the year, but I'm going to do an updated room tour when I move for second.